Hey y'all, it's Niarah and I'm back with another video. I'm super excited to talk about advice and tips for pre-nursing students. I know I made another video talking about like you want to be a nurse, these are the steps, prerequisites, and all of that other stuff. But today I'll kind of be going a little bit more in detail on specific tips that I use and that really helps me. Also, you notice I have a different hairstyle than I did in my past two other videos, and I have been trying out different protective styles because I really want to do a video for you guys on how to wear your hair in nursing school. There's not many videos out there for natural people or who have curly hair, so I've been trying out these mini braids since I've been home and I really like them. This is my second time doing them and I've had them in for 5 days so far, and I feel like they look pretty neat. If I wanted to, like, you know, lay my edges, I can do that, but you know, I'm inside, so this is how it's gonna look. And so for the whole month of April, I'm definitely gonna keep these mini braids in, or like keep them in for 2 weeks, deep condition my hair, and then do them again. Luckily I'm at home, so my mom did these for me, so they're extra neat. And so until I can like master it, I'm just gonna have her help me. And then for the month of May, I think I'm gonna switch to mini twists and see how I like them, see how they hold up. But I'm getting more comfortable with like going outside in public with my mini braids, and I think they look really cute, so hopefully they last and they do well, so I can actually like wear them in nursing school when I'm like in the hustle and bustle and I won't have to spend 3 hours doing a wash and go. So back to the topic at hand, advice for pre-nursing students. So one tip that I really want to talk about is knowing your prerequisite courses. So for example, anatomy and physiology, that's something that you're really gonna have to know in nursing school because you're like diving more into like bones and like the physiology of the body, things of that nature. So make sure you're like not just going through these courses so you can just get an A or get the grade you need for your prerequisite, because you're gonna have to know this information. I definitely recommend shadowing a nurse in your specialty that you're interested in. So for example, I want to be a nurse midwife. I haven't really had the opportunity to shadow midwives, but I have had the opportunity to shadow OBGYNs, and I know they're different, but I've been able to see like a live birth and a C-section, which I won't be able to perform as a nurse midwife, but it's good to just have that experience and be able to see live birth, which is something that I will be doing on the daily. So you need to know, like, if you let's say you want to be a surgery nurse in the OR, things of that nature, you need to be in a surgery room, like in an operating room, rather, before you decide you want to do this, because you don't want to just, you know, pass out from the smell. It's a very strong smell when you're in surgery. The smell of burning flesh is something very different. So you don't want to pass out from the smell the first time you get in there. So and definitely when you get in nursing school, you'll go through these rotations, but it's good to have this experience because so many of my mentors who are nurses have told me that they've gone in being like, oh, I want to be a labor and delivery nurse, and then once they did their labor and delivery rotation, they were like, no ma'am, I do not like this whatsoever, and I really want to be like a peds nurse, or I really want to do ER. So applying to nursing schools, they're gonna ask you like, oh, like, what do you like, what are your interests? So that's my second tip. Another tip that I have is to be organized and like manage your time. So if y'all know me, I am literally the spreadsheet queen. Like, I have a spreadsheet for everything, and that has really helped me become organized, as well as writing in my planner. Like, when you have all of these prerequisite courses, especially as a pre-nursing student, you need to make a spreadsheet. Like, these are these courses that I have to take for this nursing school, and that goes on to like my next tip, which is like know your nursing school, know your program. So if you're, especially if you're a pre-nursing student, you're gonna have, let's say, 5 programs that you apply to. Each program is gonna have probably the core 7, plug for my other video that I posted that discusses, you know, all of the other prerequisites that most schools have you take. But you're gonna have your core 7 prerequisites that you're gonna take. And depending on the school, those might vary. So for me, what I did is I made a spreadsheet. I had every single school, I had all the prerequisites, and every time I completed a prerequisite, I would highlight it in green. Every time the course was in progress, I would highlight it in yellow. Depending on what, you can use whatever colors you want, but it's just the point so you know, like, you know, this course is done, this is the course that I'm taking this semester, this is the course that I'm taking next semester. You really need to plan this out because it gets really crazy, and especially if you're at a school that doesn't have nursing, or you're doing this on your own, which, you know, I did it all by myself, or you are a non-traditional student. So technically I would be considered like a non-traditional student going into nursing because I'm a women's studies major. I'm not your typical health science, bio, nutrition, you know, physical science major. So I really had to combine my women's studies courses with my pre-nursing courses, which worked great for me at Spelman, but at other schools it might be a little bit more difficult, or if you have a different major it might be harder. So definitely make a spreadsheet. And plug for my business, Nursing with Niarah. If you email me, you can become one of my clients, and this is a service that I provide. Very affordable, sis. Very affordable. Okay, so definitely suggest making one or becoming one of my clients, and I will make one for you. Next, find a group of friends who are like pre-nursing students. Not saying that these people have to be your besties. Some of my besties just happen to be pre-nursing students or nursing students, and actually one of my really good friends, she's also a comparative women's studies major at Spelman. She got into nursing school as well, and although we're not going to the same nursing school, which is sad, but I'm just really proud of us because we worked together. Like we basically had no support except each other, and we worked really, really hard, and we would check in with each other, we would motivate each other. And since we had a lot of our pre-nursing classes together, we would just like inform each other, study together, help each other. So you definitely want to surround yourself with people who are also pre-nursing or pre-health, because they're gonna have the same mindset as you and they're gonna be motivated. And especially at a school that has no like pre-nursing, official pre-nursing program, or you're not in the major that is specifically for the pre-nursing program, or they have no pre-nursing program at all. Find yourself a group of people who are in the same situation and who are pre-nursing students, so you can help them and they can help you. Let's be sisterly, okay? Next tip is know why you want to be a nurse. So for me, from a really young age, I knew that I wanted to be a nurse, and I knew like I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I personally have a specific story of why I want to be a nurse and why I want to be a nurse midwife, and how I want to, you know, affect change and impact people through my future profession. And so this has helped me a lot with, you know, nursing school interviews, just marketing myself to nursing schools and marketing myself to nursing faculty. So I'll give you a quick little story time example. I was at a nursing school. I was there for I believe it was either a tour or like the nursing class was having a research presentation, a research day, and since we were pre-nursing students, our professor thought it was really good for us to be there. So we got to meet all the faculty and students, which was really great. And I was able to tell like my story of why I wanted to be a nurse. That was the first question they asked all of us, like, so why nursing? And you have to be able to be on the spot to give your little 5-minute elevator pitch and tell these people why you want to be a nurse. And my story really helped me because I was able to build a contact, 1, 2, keep in contact with that person and the other people and the other faculty in the program. So when I applied, they're like, oh yeah, Niarah, I know her name, I know her story. She would be a great candidate. So that's one really great example of why you need to know your story. And plus, this will just help you in the long run when you're applying to scholarships and applying to nursing school, because that's definitely going to be a question of on your like application, why do you want to be a nurse? And they don't want to hear like, oh, you know, I want to change the world, I want to help people. Like, that's the basic answer. They want to hear something a little more less surface level. So hope that helps. My final tip would be plan, plan, plan. And so I said, for undergrad, I want to go to Spelman. This is my dream school. Even though they don't have nursing, I'm going to do what I need to do to go into nursing school. So of course, over the 4 years, that plan kind of like morphed and changed of which school I wanted to go to. But now I'm going, my next step is in the fall, I'm going to nursing school, and I'll be in a master's program, and I'll become a nurse. And after that, I will go to a program for nurse midwifery. So for me, I have a 5-year plan, and I know that might seem daunting and a lot for people, and especially if you're like not a planner, it might seem like excessive, but it's really, really important for nursing students, and especially pre-nursing students, because there's just so much, and if you don't write it down, you don't have it somewhere, you don't have it in an Excel spreadsheet, you will go insane. So just have it planned out. And like I said, Nursing with Niarah, my academic advising service, provides all of this for you if you're not a planner. If you don't have time, if you're taking these pre-nursing classes, I can do this for you. So thank you again for tuning in. I will keep y'all updated on, you know, my natural hair journey and how I'm liking these mini braids. If y'all have any other questions, please comment below, subscribe, and thank you for being here.